What's up to all my Sooner peeps? Who would have guessed, guys? We caged them Bears. 45-21 victory for Oklahoma in the win. We also had the first time in Sooner history a record-entering guy with Jordan Evans. What did he do? We'll get into that. Plus, we'll talk about what happened in the bowl game, how it happened, 45-21 your recap. Here we go. Right now. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. As the Sooners caged the Bears, locked them up, and got on top of them early and taught them a lesson. You don't come into our house and beat us twice. And helping them do that was a Sooner that broke into the record books as the first ever Oklahoma Sooner to have 2 sacks and 2 picks in the same game, and he almost returned the second interception for a touchdown. That man, number 26, Jordan Evans. We'll talk more about Jordan as our OU Defensive Player of the Game. But first, we'll get into more of the other stats, like the passing game. The passing game belonged, when he was in there, to number 17, Seth Russell. Threw for $148. Did throw for a touchdown, threw 2 interceptions in the ball game. The 24-yarder was his longest pass of the night. Oklahoma's number 6, Baker Mayfield, was the leading Sooner on the night. Went for 300 to go with 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. And a 43 was his long bomb of the night on the night. Rushing the ball for Baylor was Jamil Hastley, 19 carries, 75 yards, 0 touchdowns. 11 was his longest run for number 6, Jamil Hastley. But Oklahoma ran the ball all over. In fact, they had 2 players go for 100 or over. First of all, number 25, Joe Mixon on 14 rushes. Went for $124 and 1 touchdown. A 56-yard long run was the longest run he had of the night. And then he returned from the shadows with the cape on. Superman cape, that is. Number 32, Samaje Perine. 20 carries for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 32-yard long on his run. The leading receivers for Oklahoma and for Baylor, number 9, Katie Cannon, had 7 catches for 122 yards, 2 touches. 10 yards is his longest catch of the night. And then get this one, guys. Joe Mixon. He had the most catches on the night for a Sooner. He had 5 catches, 63 yards, didn't have a touchdown pass, but his longest pass was 16 yards. And there's that. Defensively for Baylor, number 38, Jordan Williams, had 14 tackles, but no turnovers as far as fumbles forced, fumbles recovered, or interceptions. And then number 26, Jordan Evans, who we were just talking about, 9 total tackles, including 2 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, but then also had 2 interceptions in the ball game. The kicking game, belonged to number 40, Chris Callahan for Baylor. He was 1 for 1 for 35 yards, didn't have a miss. Austin Seibert was 1 for 1 from 22 yards out for 100% without a miss. Punting wise, for Baylor, it was number 36, Drew Galtiez, who had 3 attempts for 47.7 an average. 49 was the long. 1 ball landed inside the 20-yard line. Didn't have a touchback. The punter/kicker, Austin Seibert, number 43 for Oklahoma, had 4 attempts for 39.0 an average, but had 47 punt as a long, 0 fumbles. 0 punts within the 20, or 2 punts inside the 20-yard line, and 0 touchbacks. So how did we get to a 45-21 final? Well, this is how it happened for Oklahoma. It all started on that first drive, but with 11:11 left, Baker Mayfield caps it off with 15-yard run pass option into the end zone. Touchdown Baker Mayfield, touchdown Oklahoma, 7-0 with 11:11 left. Then with 5:17 left, Baker Mayfield, number 6, finds number 11, D.D. Westbrook. 29 yards later, he's in the end zone. 14-0 Sooners. If you want to see how a receiver receives a ball, just go back and look at that one. The second touchdown of this ballgame. What a catch and run. Didn't go out of bounds. Second quarter, Sooners leading 14-0. Samaje Perine puts the Sooners up 21-0 before Baylor can do anything. It was a 4-yard touchdown run with 12:45 left. 21-0 Sooners pitching a shutout. But, you know, they're Baylor, right? You can't hold them off forever, and they don't. Because with 7:28 left, number 40, Chris Callahan kicks his 35-yard field goal up and good. Sooners leading, though, 21-3. Then Seth Russell finds you-know-who, if you're a Baylor fan, Katie Cannon for 24 yards out with 2:14 left. 21-10 Sooners. Second quarter with 2:14 left, and we'll go to halftime. Out of the halftime break, Oklahoma again finds D.D. Westbrook, this time from 40 yards out. 9:45 left, 28-10, Oklahoma. Now, if you're a receiver, you need to go back and watch this game. He went up for the ball and caught it, hands and all. One of the most miraculous catches you'll have ever seen, and you'll see it if you go back and watch that one. The Sooners then added a little bit more insurance with a 1-yard touchdown run from number 32, Samaje Perine, with 8:55 left, 35-10, Oklahoma. Then the Sooners the Baylor backup quarterback then, Zach Smith, finds himself in the end zone with a 1-yard touchdown run. 4:15 left, 35-17 Oklahoma at this point. The Sooners then had that Joe Mixon run in the fourth quarter after that, so we'll end the third quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, Oklahoma leading 35-17. Now they're leading 42-17 because Joe Mixon, number 25, Joe Mixon, hits the end zone pylon for a 56-yard touchdown run with 13:32 left, 42-17 Oklahoma. Then it's Baylor. Guys, they're going to score, and they finally do score off of a big play. It is a Zach Smith, number 4 Zach Smith, 62-yard bomb to number 9 Katie Cannon with 13:13 left, and it is 42-24 at this time. Sooners still leading. Austin Seibert puts the icing on the cake with a 22-yard field goal with 4:38 left. 45-21 Sooners at that time. 45-21, your final. We're going to call Riley's right call of the game. Well, we're going to call it the DD play. His second one, the 40-yard bomb to start the third quarter. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful catch that was. He went up for it, and he caught it. Wow. What a play that was. And the Stoopsy stop of the night, of course, you knew it had to be one of them. It is one of Jordan Evans' 2 sacks. Seth Russell, or actually one of his 2 interceptions, I'm sorry, because Seth Russell is picked off in the red zone for Baylor. And Sooners get that big turnover at that point. And what a big turnover that was in the first quarter. All right, guys, that will set everything up for a fun, huge contest against the Mountaineers of West Virginia and Country Roads. We'll see y'all for the preview coming up next. Don't go away. It'll be up soon. You can find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_OK. Thanks for watching, everybody, and Boomer Sooner!